So another question that was asked is, why did those people who claim Jesus follow him so poorly? And there's a very simple answer to this question. Because people suck. That's the answer. We're just not very good at living sacrificially. I think if you were to push me on like how would I boil down sin, it would be that like we are operating out of an inherent selfishness. To be human is to wrestle with essentially being selfish. And Jesus is radically different than that. Jesus calls us to live sacrificially for others. And so I think that's the clearest answer. Why is it so hard to follow Jesus? Or why do people who claim Jesus follow him so poorly? It's because it's hard to do. I also think that there's a lot going on where, especially in the Western Christianity right now, where it's awesome to sort of claim Jesus as an identity, but not as a way of life. So there are a lot of people who claim to be Christian, but want that Christianity to look and feel and like the community they prefer, or want to sort of confirm how they view the world. And so what we really have is a lot of people saying they identify as Christian, but have no way of really following, no real way of living out that faith or choosing to follow Christ in any real tangible way. I also think churches have just done a really poor job of modeling sacrifice and selfless love. Churches in America have been really consumed with the idea of power, and that has affected how we teach discipleship. Dietrich Bonhoeffer talks about this, that there's like cheap grace and costly grace. Cheap grace is the grace that we sort of take on the trappings of Christianity, the idea of forgiveness, the claiming of being a Christian without any real tangible effect or outcome on how we live our life. And what we're actually called to is to participate in God's costly grace, that we are to die to self and we are to live like Christ, and that is indeed costly. And for a lot of Christians, it's too costly. So that's why I think a lot of people claim Christ is Lord, but their life looks very, very different.